Hey, what's going on? It's really for the PSL. Anybody else who wants to watch along with my league, PSL, formerly the 221. Um, we changed our name if you guys didn't notice. So if you see any streams up on my public broadcast of the PSL, that's what we're doing. And what we did was season 6, after we went through 5 seasons of head-to-head competition, 30-man user online franchise, decided to just keep it going. Something I've done before in other leagues to just kind of simulate computer versus computer the whole year. And it looks like my 49ers made it to the Super Bowl, man. Good job, fellas. Better than what I can do as a user. So let's just take a look. I simulate it through most of these games. Sometimes we have watched games, and that's what we're going to do here. Okay, so I'll put this broadcast out later. I just do want to take a look at some stats and whatnot real quick, and then I'll put this out public for anybody who wants to just watch the computer game. If you guys don't know, you could do that in Madden, right? So let's look at the league schedule, right? So let's go to the conference games. We had the Colts and the Bengals. We had one user. Oh, that's right. I forgot. We do have a Colts user. My bad. Totally forgot about this, man. I hope he's happy because his team won. So what happens is each week you have a choice to watch the game versus computer, right? Or you can just let it be a sim with not watching it at all. So that's always an option. We advanced every 12 hours on the nines for about 2 weeks. And now we're here. I totally forgot to hit this guy up and let him know that we're playing against each other. So we're going to end up playing against each other because the other game that was simulated was me versus the old winner, the 2-time champion Detroit. He was the, user champ, but head to head, computer wise, he was also really good. His team was obviously stacked. My team was stacked. Unfortunately, we had a simulated exit in season 5. We didn't get a chance to play our playoff game. So, but I lost to this guy twice throughout the season, close games, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not going to go back and look at it right now. But then we got him. We finally clipped him here in the playoffs. So it's good because he's not around this weekend to watch the game. So he's out of the playoffs. Just wanted to show those stats real quick. We got the Pro Bowl. And what I'm going to do is before I start this game, I am going to just hit up the other guy. Totally forgot that this guy was playing with us. He hasn't spoken that much about his team. I want to make sure if he wants to do anything to his roster before the Super Bowl, he can. Okay, so let's just look at the Pro Bowl roster. Anybody who was part of the league and you had a team here, see if guys that you had on your team that excelled, still excelling for you. We got Burrow. I'm not quite sure who all these players are. I don't even know who D. Holman is on the NFC. I got to take a look at that. So 3 quarterbacks, of course, Justin Hurts, Allen. Expect those guys to be there. Walker with the, I'm pretty sure that's the running back. I'm pretty sure he's still with, actually, I'm not even sure if Walker is still with the, yeah, I don't even know what team he's on. I wish they told me what team. I got to go back and take a look. Obviously, the computer makes trades. They do stuff in the off season. So I'm just going to go through this quickly. Take a look at it if you're part of the league. If you have any guys that you want to, that you remember. All right. And if you have any questions, you can go on to Neon Sports and find out what teams these guys are on. Be nice if they gave you like a little team logo next to each guy. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Asking for too much, man. Asking for too much. All right. So let's just quickly go through it. Guys can kind of pause the film later and take a look. All right, so I wanted to do this and then just start the stream for the Super Bowl, but I'm gonna have to just delay it a second unless my opponent responds real quick on Discord, and we won't be able to just get out here and start the Super Bowl right away. But we can go through one last hurrah for me. I still got a guy. I think Kerry Kittle, George Kittle is on the end of his career here. He really wants to win the Super Bowl. These type of things are actually pretty good for your team because they give you a lot of morale. So look at this, 15 more points. If my guys didn't need it, that's going to up our overalls to like strong, great levels. Okay, so we won versus the rivals. Let's see if we get anything here. Any type of boost you can get, obviously, is good. It's just talking. Oh, hit power. Okay, good defense. Okay, 5 points on the staff. Cool. All right. So, all right. Well, let me just pause the video even before I simulate to the next week. Let me just pause the video, see if it's going to be running for you guys. I can't pause it because this is a live stream, so it'll just be quiet for a little bit. But you can fast forward, see if we get to the Super Bowl. If the film shuts down, it shuts down. It's not going to be a live stream. It's just going to be a video for guys in my league. Just to look at the Pro Bowl, and we'll go from there. All right. Hopefully, see you back in a couple minutes. All right, so we have a user with the Colts who really hasn't done anything this whole season, which is funny because that means that team potentially hasn't had any upgrades or anything, and he didn't even draft. So what I'm gonna do is just take him and put it to the computer, let the computer make all the upgrades. I just might have made a team that was really good, even better. So let's just do that real quick, and then we just get this thing streaming so we can get this out and get the season completed. I don't think he is here. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't said anything in the past 2 weeks. So what I can do is actually just put it on autopilot. I think for what 2 weeks. I think. Actually, no. Let's let the computer. Let's kick him from the league. Unfortunately, I think this will be the last season we're doing this anyway. To let the computer have full reign to do whatever they feel like is needed. So this isn't because he did anything wrong. It's just to make sure that this is going to be a fair game. I don't want there to be any things that he didn't get a chance to click on and get done the right way. Okay, so we'll just make him the computer. Good job, I guess. Have building a team from season 5 to let him get this far. Okay, so we're just gonna advance this bad boy to the Super Bowl. Let me get my sound up so I can hear this thing in the background. Hold on 1 second. All right, and we have all this stuff here. I still have things to click on, of course. There's a whole bunch of yearly awards we can take a look at real fast. See who won some yearly awards. See if we can get George Kittle a Super Bowl, his first win in the Super Bowl. That'd be great. See what the media day is saying. Every coach's dream is to host the Lombardi Trophy as confetti rains down on you, and you have a chance to do that for the first time this week. What would a win mean to you? Yeah, let's just do everything. I think this would be it. So, everything. Okay. All right. And then let's see real quick these yearly awards. Take a look at this. All right. So we know NFL MVP was Elliott Knowles, the Seahawks quarterback, did his thing. One of the best players in this league for a while now. Offensive player of the year was Jonathan Taylor. We're going to see him in this game. My running back, Josh Jacobs, we're going to see him in this game. Okay. And the funny thing is that I haven't watched any games. Maybe one game I think was a watched game since I made my defensive changes. The beginning of the year, offensive changes, we had a really bad start. I think we started off with about like 3 losses. The first 5 games, we were losing to everybody, couldn't score. Quarterback was playing like trash. Made some playbook changes, which is what you have to do in sim leagues. You got to find the right playbook to mesh with your scheme, and that matters with some of those head-to-head sims. So anyway, defensive player of the year in the NFC, Michael Parsons. We have. Let me keep it. Let me keep it. My fault. Offensive player of the year. Already did that, right? AFC, NFC. Right. Let's just go through one side and go through the other. Let's be better. Defensive player of the year, NFC, Parsons. Offensive rookie of the year, Cardinals. Not sure who this kid is. Gotta go back and watch, see what's going on. Lions have the defensive rookie of the year. Best quarterback we know is Knowles, but Lucas made the Super Bowl, so whatever. Jacobs is definitely running back. Debo Samuel, who's going to be in the slot in this game. We got our offensive line right here. Defensive line, we knew who that was going to be. Linebacker, Trayvon Walker. DB is Trayvon Diggs. And kicker. Okay, so let's go to the AFC real quick. We'll go backwards. Jalen Petrie, DB of the year. Linebacker Will Anderson Jr. Ricky Foote, defensive lineman. I remember when he got drafted earlier in the cycle. He was a good player. Offensive line, Trey Smith. Receiver, Jamal Chase. Jonathan Taylor. And Anthony Richardson. I forgot about him. We got to take a look at what his ratings are so we can build a little hype here for this game. I'm not 100% sure what this team is looking like, the team I'm going up against. Let's just take a look at the rosters. Okay, so I'll show you my team quickly so we know who's on the field. And I'm probably not going to talk a lot during the game unless something crazy happens. All right, so on offense, Richardson. He's a 99 overall now in year 6. The year is 2028, right? You can see he has all his superstar X Factor. He's maxed out all his throwing. Let me see awareness, because awareness matters. 95 awareness going into this game. And his abilities are going to be spin cycle, quick draw, homer, tight out, fearless. Okay. And he has gambit. So consecutive passes. What is this one? He can't be intercepted. Right, great. So he's in the zone. He can't be intercepted by our defense. Okay. We have Jonathan Taylor as the 99, right? Of course. Receivers, Jerry Jeudy. Okay, this Dotson kid's pretty good. Pittman's still there. All right. Tight end, Jelani Wood. This is pretty much the stock team, if I'm not mistaken. Offensive line still there. Quentin Nelson's still a beast. Defensively, all right. Pay is still there. He's a superstar. X Factor. Got some younger kid here. He's in his second year playing. A superstar. Never heard of this kid, but he must be pretty good. Doesn't have any real abilities, just has all the development points. He's going to get better later when he gets some abilities, obviously. Defensively, okay. Not bad. Of course, he has a lot of good players. Dre Greenlaw, ex-Niner. Okay. Willie Gay out there. Okay, corner. See, this is where I was hoping the computer might give him some more depth. You know what I mean? That's why I wanted this to be a computer team, because I think he's probably going to lack some depth. Julian Brents was a guy that was actually a corner for me, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I got my leagues confused, but I think we had him with our team. No. I'm thinking about a different league. Never mind. All right. Downing, superstar, safety. What is he rated? 89. A lot of guys rated in the mid 80s for his team. So it's going to be interesting from that standpoint, on his defense especially. I should look at my team real fast. I'll look at it from the big view here, guys. Let's take a look at this. So this is season 6. We had a really good team the whole cycle. We took one season 4, and just got rid of some guys, kind of redeveloped, got some rookies in here, got the quarterback we needed, got the running back we needed. So we kept Ayuk, we kept Samuel. Those are the core guys. This kid McCoy was traded for. I think I traded Fred Warner. He was part of that trade. He's a pretty good player. I'm not going to make any upgrades unless somebody really, is about to get an ability. And then we traded for this guy right here. This linebacker's a stud. Inside run and hit linebacker. X Factor, right? Also traded with I think the Broncos had this kind of tweener player, Sanders. I like him in my defense. I use him mostly as a traditional off the ball backer, but he can definitely be a hybrid. He can rush off the edge too, kind of like that. But he's tall and he has good cover skills in this league. And then you can see how maxed out we are at corner, right? I got Darius Slay, I got White. You can see we didn't have any ability restrictions. So we have a lot of superstars and guys that can play. That might change if you're listening from PSL. That could change. We are considering it, and we are probably going to put some limitations on this bad boy, so the league doesn't become a mutt league. Because look how many superstars I have. 1, 2. Just on this picture right here is 2, 4, 5, and then over here it's 7, 9, 11, 13. Plus I have guys like this, 14, sitting in the backup. Oh, he's kind of the third corner, so he's a starter really. And I think I have another one here. All right, so that's 15. We're not going to see that ever again, probably in the PSL, guys. That's not going to happen. We're not going to allow that to happen. We don't want this to become a mutt league, a sim league that tries to be sim, but is actually mutt. All right. But for this would be interesting. Weekly strategy. I've been keeping the same strategy. I think at this point, we could just play everybody. We're going to go split. Hopefully nobody gets hurt in this deal. I've always kept it throw medium for most of the sims against the computer. The watch games as well. I think I kept it like that. So, and then here, I don't care about that. We're just going to start this training. You can see the offense is ranked number 2, probably behind the Seahawks. Defense is number 11. That was up in the 20s at one point, so it's actually a lot better. All right, so hopefully nobody got hurt here, guys. It's for the Super Bowl. That would stink if one of my key players got hurt. Let's just check his roster too to make sure there's no injuries. All right, no injuries for me. That's good. Let me see if he had any unfortunate injuries for him. Probably not. Okay, there's one guy. Oh, looks like that might have been a. I don't know. This might have been an old injury. He's on the IR. Interesting. The computer put him on the IR. Wow. Okay. They must not have had enough players, and anyone. I don't know what that's about. Anyway. All right. So let's start this up. Let's just get this going. I'm not gonna do much talking, if hardly any. I'm gonna turn my microphone off in the background, and we're gonna let this thing roll. Okay. So let me just get this link out to people who want to watch the game. Super Bowl 6 of the PSL, working the watched game here for the first time, I think, in this league. We've done this for a Super Bowl. Let's see if my team can beat pretty much a well stacked team just like mine in the Super Bowl. Okay. I'll be right back. Forgot because I'm playing a game. I got to get the playbooks right. So let me just quickly do this again. It's going to be the Chiefs and the Browns. You know, I have my own playbook set here for leagues. So let's make it consistent. I think switching over to the Chiefs playbook was just huge, man. That was huge. Helped me out big time. Because I'm playing a game. Oops. Let's turn that off in the background. It's going to be the. All right. So let's see what uniforms. Let's just keep our traditional uniforms, man. All right. All right. Turn off the mic. Enjoy the game, fellas. Talk to y'all later.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Colts and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Richardson out of the shotgun. The short throw pulled in by Woods. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yard is?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Richardson's throw complete to Dotson. And able to use a stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. That is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal. Richardson.
Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Colts are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And well, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Dio Odangbo in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll start with the option. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Richardson to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Complete. It's Dodson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd down and 1. Richardson looking to throw. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he is going to have a Colts first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Off the option, here's Taylor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now it's Richardson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Nick Bosa with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And some space here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The biggest game, the biggest stage, Super Bowl 63, 1 quarter in the books. 10-zip our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter action about ready to start here. Super Bowl 63. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis bringing you all the action. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off play action. Lucas in trouble, and he's taken down. Dio Odangbo His second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Lucas. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He finds his man. Complete. It's Castillo. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Lucas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've got their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lucas to the goal line, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Off the play fake. Lucas toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Nifty move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You have to work.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Drake Jackson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson. And the pressure gets to him again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Runs through the contact. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Lucas. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Lucas. Will swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Lucas. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The catch and run good for 18 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up...
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Aaron Donald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And they're going option play on 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. throwing to start the drive. Lucas over the middle, complete. It's McCoy. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
And that is no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
Okay,
it's been a
Coach,
tremendous season from beginning
this one's
to
still
end.
anyone's game.
And now
as
we'll play
welcome
one
you
half
back
of football
for
to decide
quarter
who
3.
raises the Lombardi Trophy.
And he will not bring
and
it
for
out.
the
It's a
call,
touchback.
let's get it right
the 49er
back to Brandon
offense
and
set
Charles.
to go to begin quarter number 3. They trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
A very solid gain of 27.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Yeah, on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Lucas. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Lucas. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Lucas. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. But he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Off the play fake. Lucas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Lucas. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Richardson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie. And they start 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Lucas. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Josh Jacobs, 30 yards. And the 49ers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan, and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Throwing again. Richardson. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
There's a short one complete to Harris. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. The Colts send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Lucas got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. To throw on second down. Lucas. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Three quarters in the books. 1 to go here in Super Bowl 63 in that final frame after this timeout. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Time to get down to the nitty-gritty, the 4th quarter here of Super Bowl 63. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
To throw on 3rd down, Lucas. Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the 4th. A pivotal moment in this football game. Richardson to the air on first down. This pass caught. It's Woods. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. On On the option left, Richardson. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Play action. Now Richardson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Drake Jackson able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And this offense on third down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Richardson out of the shotgun. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. He got out of bounds, that's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On 3rd down, Lucas able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A 1st down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
This is 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Got his man, it's Woods. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Richardson to throw it. And the Niners get there and bring him down. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Well, we did it. We won a Super Bowl. And the Sim League. Look, it sounds crazy. I don't think when I did this years ago, feels like it was almost 10 years ago. I don't think my team won a Super Bowl. If we did, it was not after years and years of doing simulations. All I did was change my playbooks and it just meshed up, compared to what happened in the beginning of the year. So I'll take it. It was fun to do. Thanks for participating, guys who did it. I doubt we're going to do a season 7 unless I get some sort of feedback that they really want to get into season 7. But I'm really shocked that my team actually made it this far and did okay, to be honest with you. And a lot of the games were all computer versus computer, but they were just not watched. You know what I mean? Just regular Sims not watching the game like we did right there. So I've watched about 4 of these things, I think, 5 of them. And I think this is the only second one that I've won. So I was really kind of shocked to see the defense play well. The defense did a nice job with the sacks. I know their quarterback held the ball a couple times, but both my edge guys were just getting in there. I had Aaron Donald, obviously, on the interior. He didn't really do too much. Josh Jacobs was amazing. That catch on the sideline, I haven't seen that type of catch by a wide receiver. Props for the quarterback just putting it out there. So good for him. Good to see Kittle win the Super Bowl. Let's go one last hurrah. He caught a touchdown. And it's good to see the Niners win the Super Bowl, man. You know what I mean? It took having a 6'6" quarterback with a rocket arm to get him there, tell you, to be honest with you. So I don't know. Hopefully Purdy can be that guy, even though he doesn't have those physical traits. But Kittle ends his career. I'm curious to see if Aaron Donald stays another year, but that'd be something I could take a look at. Maybe if the league continues, okay? So appreciate you guys watching. Good season to the Colts. I just see my guy, he actually just DM'd me right now. Didn't know what was going on. Oh man. Oh, it's too late now, bro. Didn't hear anything from you before. Anyway, see, I was gonna do the training now. Game is over. So anyway, all right, guys, go back and watch this game. In the beginning of this thing, I went through the Pro Bowl. I showed you the records a little bit, the teams and everything, and just gonna have it out there in the ether, whatever, the internet uh ether, just sitting out there in the future. Anybody wants to ever do this type of league, this is how you do it. I think it's fun to do. Um, PSL guys, if you ever in the future, I don't know if we're gonna do it next year, next cycle, but if you ever wanted to do 2 seasons of playing, 1 season of sim, something that I've thought about for a while. 55, that was his recommendation a while ago. You can get through probably about 7 to 8 seasons that way, and that would make contracts a lot more realistic. People can't stack up their team for 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? All right, guys. I'll hit you later, and I'll be hitting up some more Madden stuff. Obviously, Madden 24. I'll be doing some stuff. I'm going to start working on getting this defense ready for maybe college. The college game, even though it's going to be a different game, we could talk scheme. I'm still going to talk about the wide nine defense as well. I'm going to look at some pro tape in the next couple of weeks. And there's no off season for a coach, man. You guys know that, especially us doing video game stuff. There's no off season. You should always be learning something new, trying to get new information, even if it's just reading some articles, some books. Try to get your football knowledge up. All right. Talk to y'all later, man. Peace.